Well, hello everybody, welcome back. I'm really glad you could join me again at Christmas time. So I arrived at my sister's house yesterday afternoon and I thought that I would film my final video of the year here in the house. I mentioned in my last episode that I was doing a Q&A. So many of you sent me some questions, so I thought that I would do a very simple video answering them. I do want to try and spend as much time as I can relaxing and enjoying myself with my family, so this video isn't going to be super highly polished and beautiful. It is just going to be answering some questions, and then if I have time at the end I will show you around my sister's house and share what we've been doing and what we're going to be doing this Christmas. So thank you to everybody who sent me a question, and I've just got them here on my phone, so I'm just going to read through, pick them out and answer them as best as I can. So the first question is from Tori the Great, and she said, "Hi Nicholas, do you really get to relax when you also have to film and record? It seems highly unlikely." And I think this question is referring to when I take you on a visit with me, like I did last week to Keith Hall Paul. Do I get to really enjoy those places, or am I more focused on having to film and do everything? And I thought that that was a really great question, because it is very, very true. When I go to these beautiful places that I share here on YouTube and on Instagram, although it looks like I'm having a really wonderful, relaxing time, it can often be the total opposite, where I'm rushing around trying to fit everything in, and even though I do really enjoy being in these beautiful places, I perhaps would be able to relax more and enjoy them if I wasn't working there. So I think sometimes people probably think, oh, it's such an easy job, you just get to relax and enjoy places. I'm not saying that my job isn't the easiest. There are far worse jobs out there and people who do really important things and work really hard. But it is not all relaxing and enjoying. So for example, last week at Keith Hall Paul, Nathan and I arrived there at about 2 o'clock. We met the owners, Giles and Barbara, had a quick tour, and then we had to literally get on with the work because the light would be completely gone by 4 o'clock. So for me, because I have YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and also my blog, I have to make sure that I'm filming horizontal for YouTube, vertical for Instagram and TikTok, and then I also have to make sure that I've took all of the photographs that I want to take. So I'm trying to do 3 things at once, and it's quite exhausting to the mind when you think, have I got this shot, have I got that shot, have I took all the pictures? So it is a real rush, and there's not one moment where you get to really just relax and unwind. Now, the thing is, I think for me, as somebody who likes and enjoys working, it works. So if I was just going to these places and not really doing anything, I'd probably be a little bit bored. So the fact that I get to go to these wonderful places, see them with my eyes, get to feel and experience them, the real joy for me is being able to do my work and share. So for me, even though it is a rush and it is manic and quite hectic, it's still really fun. And of course, you do get the perks of the job. So that evening, although it was work, we got to enjoy a 7-course dinner with wine. It was complimentary. We get to stay in a beautiful bedroom suite and enjoy those facilities. So it is not a bad job, and I really, really enjoy it. So I just want to take that opportunity to say thank you to everybody who supports and watches the channel every single week. Because of you, I get to do this job every week. If no one watched, then I wouldn't have this job. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. And my only goal is to make sure that I'm providing good quality, beautiful content. So yes, in 2024, I certainly hope to share more beautiful and unique places. I think this channel in the past has been a lot of me at home, which I will continue to do because that's what I enjoy doing the most. But I think you also enjoy me going to places, so I've got a few trips coming up in 2024 that I definitely want to take you along with and hopefully share the beauty of. So it's very fun and exciting, and I hope that you enjoy it too. So the next question is from Havan de Montreal, and it says, "How is your dating life going?" Well, thank you for asking, that's very sweet, and I just thought that as my boyfriend is home for Christmas, and we just got to spend a few days together, that it was an appropriate question to answer. So thank you for sending that one in. Yes, my boyfriend got back last Saturday and I went to stay at his house. He has a house here in Scotland as well. And when we were reunited, it was so amazing. It is always wonderful when you live in a different country to someone, and then when you reunite, that special hug, the first kiss, it's always the most wonderful, and you really appreciate the other person. So even though I find it hard being separate from my boyfriend, I think as it's our first year together especially, that you realise how special and important they are, and you really appreciate those moments. Whereas if we were together every single week, probably wouldn't be as special. So even though it's hard, I do appreciate the understanding of how special someone is to me. So we had a beautiful few days. We spent some time at his house, and then we came to my house in Edinburgh. The Christmas markets are on in Edinburgh. It's really festive. And we went and did a bit of shopping. I cooked in the house, we watched movies. So just doing normal, gorgeous things that you would do at Christmas time. So I would say that it's going really well. He has gone to spend time with his family and I'm here with mine, and then I'm going to go back up to Edinburgh, I think on the 28th, and we'll spend a few more days together again, and then he is returning back for work. Okay, the next question is from Rachel J. Coleman, and she said, would you arrange an Edinburgh Meetup for 2024? Merry Christmas. Thank you, Rachel, for that question. And there was another similar question about doing a meet and greet also in 2024. So this is something that I've been thinking about for quite some time. And whenever I reach a certain milestone, I always think it's a good idea to do something special. So when I reached 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube, I did a live where I did a live Q&A from the Balmoral Hotel, and it was so great to see everybody joining in with that. And I'm thinking that as I'm closing in on 200,000 subscribers, that it is time to think about doing something special for that. And a meet and greet is something that I've been thinking of, as I mentioned, for quite some time. And it is something that I would absolutely love to do. I come on here every single week and speak to the camera, but I never feel like I'm speaking to the camera. When I'm doing this, like now, I always imagine that all of you who are watching, and I know that it's a lot of people, but I always imagine that you're watching and I feel so relaxed and comfortable, like I'm speaking to a relative or a friend. So I never feel like I'm just speaking to myself, I'm always speaking to you. So, but I am aware that I'm always here alone, and I know that it would be really, really wonderful to go out there and meet people who watch this channel face to face and actually just see who you are, so that we can chat together and I get to have a sense of a feeling about what you're really like, and I think that would help me to just enjoy doing this even more, even though I already do. So yeah, I'm blabbering on. But the point is that I think it'd be a great idea to actually meet the people who watch this channel, so that we can get face to face and just get to know each other a little better. I think that would be so fun. And I have talked about this with a few people who organise meet and greets. I've got a friend in London called James who organises meet and greets for people like me. And he thought that it would be a really great idea. But if I'm totally honest, the thing that puts me off and stops me from pursuing it properly is the fear of that nobody would be there if I organised a meet and greet and nobody would show up. So I think that is something that is very scary. But yeah, let me know what you think. If I arranged a meet and greet in 2024, would you like to come? And also the logistics, if it was in London, would you be able to come? If it was in Edinburgh, would you be able to come? Or would you want me to come to where you are? If I planned one in the US, where would it need to be? If I planned one in Europe, where would it need to be? Or where would it need to be so that everybody could come and see me? And what would you want to happen in the meet and greet to make it worth your while? So yeah, I think it's a really great idea, something that I would love to do as we close in on 200,000, but I want to make sure that people would enjoy doing it as well. I know that a lot of people watch here, but how many of you would actually want to come and meet me in real life? I think it'd be really fun, so let me know what you think. I would love to hear your input on that. This was a funny question that I thought that I would answer. It's from Lily Rose Blanc, and it says, Dear Nicholas, will you be doing a collaboration with Rajiv Surendra? So, I am a huge fan of Rajiv Surendra's channel. I saw him a few years ago when he was doing videos for, I think, HGTV, and I saw a tour of his apartment. And I have to say that I don't really watch many other YouTubers, but he is the one person that I watch every time he posts because he's extremely talented. The thing about my channel is that I'm very much someone who enjoys beautiful things, beauty, and I give things a go because I find that fun and entertaining. And I always wanted to show you that I'm somebody who isn't an expert or isn't particularly artistic, but I can give things a go, and oftentimes it will turn out really well. But Rajiv is one of these people who is just extremely talented at everything he does. And by the way, that is not an accident. That is because he has put in many years of hard work and real passion for what he does. So he plays the harp, he can make pottery, he can sew, he can do a lot of things, he can paint. He's really, really talented. So I like to watch him to admire the talent and the zest for life that he has. He is somebody who really sees the pleasure in the small things, doesn't follow trends, and just lives life in his own terms, which I really admire and respect. So if I was going to collaborate with anybody on YouTube, I would definitely love to collaborate with him. So maybe in 2024 that will happen. I definitely think that as part of my YouTube strategy, I would like to start bringing more people into this channel. For the last 3 years, it's been me on my own with 1 or 2 guest appearances. So I do know that things need to change as well, and I would definitely love to bring people into the videos so that we can have a more dimensional aspect to the channel. And one of my ideas was collaborating with other YouTubers who have the same sensibility and niche as me. So maybe Rajiv will be the first one, who knows? I haven't spoken to him. We do follow each other on Instagram, but we've never chatted before. So who knows? What do you think? Do you think it would be a good idea to collaborate? I think it'd be fun. So this next question is from Carolyn JJ, and she says, when will you share your Invisalign journey? And I thought that I would answer this one because I actually went to the dentist the day before I came here, and I'm almost done with my Invisalign. So for those of you that don't know, back in March I started Invisalign. So I'd always been a little bit conscious about my teeth, and as a huge portion of my audience is American, I'm very aware that there is a stereotype of British people having bad teeth, and Americans just have the most gorgeous teeth. So that was another reason why I thought that I would perfect my smile. But it was just something that I always wanted to do. I don't think my teeth were really terrible. I have got a little chip in the front one because the bite that I had before was such that when my teeth came together, the bottom ones were hitting the top, and it caused a little chip in this front one. And then the teeth beside my middle centre teeth, they're shorter than the rest, so it creates this gappy look. And then at the bottom, I had real crowding issues, and they were crooked. Now when I was 16, I had braces, and at the time the dentist said you need to have them on both, but I was kind of this young person who thought I knew best, and I decided that you wouldn't be able to see the bottom one, so I only had them on the top. So my top teeth are pretty straight, but the bottom are really crooked. Anyway, in March I decided that I was going to start Invisalign. It's now December. I went back to, I will say that initially it was 20 weeks of Invisalign. The 20 weeks passed, and we decided that we needed to do a little adjustment. There was a tooth here that wasn't moving back as quickly as the others, so we had to do 10 more weeks. I just completed that last week, and then when I went to the dentist the last time, I have to do 7 more weeks, and then my teeth should be done. But I have to say that I'm really seeing a huge difference in my smile. The teeth are beautifully coming together. The bottom ones are perfectly straight, and it's really improved my overall smile. So after I've completed the Invisalign, I'm going to have a little veneer on the two teeth beside the centre ones, just to make them a bit longer so that my mouth looks more uniform. And then I'm just going to have a little bit of whitening, but not too much. Everything I do, I like it to be subtle. I'm sorry, the battery just died. So I think what I was saying was that I don't want to have an overly white smile or anything too perfect. I quite like a charming, non-Hollywood smile. But yeah, just a little bit of a tweak and improvement just to make them beautiful. The whole process will have taken, I reckon, just under a year by the time I get finished. But I think it'd be really worth it, so I'm very excited about my new smile. Okay, the next question is from Neil Smith 52, and he said, I'm interested to hear of your plans in 2024, goals and ideas. So it's about this time at Christmas that I start to think about the new year and what I want to achieve. And actually I've been thinking about 2024 for quite some time, and I think, like many of you, I always think about the new year and I plan, but I never start until the new year arrives. And that's just, I think, a mental thing where you need a fresh start, and that is something that I always tend to do. So in terms of work and career, there are a few things that I want to do. One of the things that a lot of people mention on this channel and on Instagram and TikTok whenever I speak in videos is that they really enjoy the sound of my voice and they find it very relaxing. And I've had a lot of requests to do more ASMR. Now, I know that ASMR is not something that everybody enjoys. So my idea for 2024, in fact very early 2024, is to launch a new YouTube channel solely for ASMR. And I'm thinking of calling it Elegant ASMR with Nicholas Fairford. And I've actually recorded a few videos of me reading through beautiful books and sharing nice things. Very simple production. It's mostly focused on the ASMR aspect. So I am thinking of doing that. As I said, I've got a few videos ready. But what do you think? Do you think that you would enjoy a separate account for ASMR? I would still post here on YouTube once a week, and I would also post on the separate ASMR channel once a week as well. So that is something that I've been thinking of. I've got the content ready for that. It's just about actually doing it. Again, it's kind of a little bit of a fear thing. Will people enjoy it or not? It's not something that I'm hugely scared about, because if nobody wants it, then nobody will watch and I just won't continue. But I just thought that I would share that now just to hear your thoughts. You are the best people to ask. So that is one of the plans I've got for 2024. Another plan that I briefly touched on earlier is doing a lot more travel in 2024 for the channel. So you may have seen that I've done quite a few things with Nathan Rowlinson. He is my photographer friend, and he gets invited to quite a lot of places. So because we live together, we don't live together, we live close together in Edinburgh, we're seeing a lot more of each other now, and it just makes sense that when he gets invited to stay at a hotel to take photos, I could also go along and do the videos. So we're going to be doing a lot more together in 2024, just because it's a very simple and easy thing for us to do. I don't think he's going to be appearing on the channel, it will just be me, because he's got his own thing that he's working on. But it makes sense that we travel together and help each other out in those ways. So for sometimes I will take pictures of him, he will take pictures of me, sometimes he will hold the camera for me. You always need someone there to help you do these little things, otherwise by yourself it's pretty difficult. And because he has to travel a lot for work, it just makes sense that we would sometimes collaborate together and work together. So I think in 2024 I'm going to be doing a lot more travel as well. I have a lot of personal goals that I want to achieve as well. I'm not really going to mention them now, because I think that when you approach these things before the new year, you have real enthusiasm and gusto to start, and then if it doesn't really work out, you kind of look a bit of a fool. But I think my personal life list is longer than my professional list, because there's a lot of things that I want to change and improve next year. As I mentioned earlier, the biggest thing for my personal life in 2023 was that I really wanted to meet somebody. Now that I've met somebody I want to move on to other goals that I want to achieve for myself and really take care of me and look after myself. I'm somebody who often puts myself last in many different ways, in terms of the way that I am with my friends and business. I kind of put things to the back of my mind just to get on with life. This year, I think it's very important for me to start being a bit more considerate to myself and doing things that I really want to do rather than people pleasing. So yeah, there's a huge list for myself that I want to accomplish, things that I want to change. So I'm going to be working a lot on myself in 2024, and in terms of business, a lot more travel. I would like to do the ASMR channel because I think that'd be really fun, and I have a lot of ideas, but they're big ones, and I want to really focus in early on the year to think about how I'm going to achieve them. So yeah, I'm going to be around a lot. I also was thinking about YouTube. In 2023, I have stuck to doing one video per week, but it's been a little bit more chaotic. It's been such a strange year. Lots of things have changed with the way that I work, and I've struggled a little bit with keeping on top of my schedule. So for 2024, I want to go back to my very regular schedule. So I'm going to pick a day to upload on, and I'm going to stick to it. And I'm not sure whether you've noticed, but the videos have been getting longer towards the end of this year. I've managed to push them to about 45 minutes. Before they were between 15 and 20 minutes. I much prefer doing these longer style videos. And the thing that was always the issue with me was that I'm really obsessed with quality and making everything perfect. So I would spend an entire week making this beautiful video and making sure every shot was beautiful and perfect and styled and edited. And then when I edited it all down, it would only come out to a 15 to 20 minute video. Whereas, I'm not sure whether you've noticed, but lately I've been less perfect, so I will be holding the camera like this and walking around showing you a place. Before, I would never have dreamed of doing that. It would be me presenting to the camera, sharing each room, a lot more formal. But it's quite hard to film all of that content. So I realised that this more relaxed vlog style is a lot more fun. I get to fit more in. I don't have to be so perfect, and actually people still enjoy the videos. So for 2024, there's going to be more of a mix of beautifully produced videos, but also more vloggy style where it's casual, and getting to see what I see as it's happening. So I can still merge those two together and it works, and you get a longer video. And eventually I would like to get my videos to probably 1 hour per week. I think that would be really nice, so that every week on a Friday, for example, at 8 p.m. we get an hour-long Nicholas Fairford video. I think that would be really nice, and I'm going to work very hard to get that done. So that is one of my biggest aims in terms of the channel. I want to really improve the quality and find real interesting things to share. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. I have been filming for about half an hour now. It is the 24th of December, so Christmas Eve. In about 15 minutes, I'm having a lunch here at the house. My brother-in-law, Billy, is cooking. His parents are coming over. My parents are here because they live just next door. The whole family's coming over. We're going to have a dinner. So I think this is the time for me to stop. I do want to enjoy time. I'm going to have to edit this video. So when I finish the dinner, I'm going to edit this video and then upload it. So you're getting this one on Christmas Eve. But yes, I just thought that I would do this Q&A, last video of 2023, and I just want to again say thank you to all of you from the bottom of my heart for coming back every single week. All of your comments, feedback, whether they're kind or critical, I read every single one. I take them all on board. I think about every single one, and I really do appreciate it and you. Thank you for a wonderful year. Honestly, I can say that this has been one of the best years of my life. I really feel like everything's coming together. I feel happy. I feel more content. I mean, I have to be completely honest. You see me every week here on YouTube, and I share snippets of my life, And it may all seem like it's wonderful and perfect, but to be honest, in the last few years, it's been really hard. I've found life to be up and down, which is normal. I've had times where I felt lost, I've been a little bit lonely, but this year I really feel like everything's improved. I'm settling into life. Even when I'm by myself, I'm really secure and content with my own company, and I just feel like life is coming together and I feel really, really happy. So thank you for joining me on this journey of life. It is always fun to be able to share it with everyone. It really is a joy for me to do that, and yeah, I just want to be able to continue doing this for a long, long time. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for always being there. I wish you all a very happy Christmas if you're celebrating. Really do take the time to enjoy your loved ones, whether you're with a huge group of people, or even if it's just you and somebody else, or if you're by yourself. Try to find something to give you joy. Enjoy the moment. If you have a roof over your head, food, that is a lot. It's a lot, and we should be very thankful for it. So, very happy Christmas. I will see you in 2024, and I'm really looking forward to starting a new year fresh, ready to go. I love you all. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.